All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hopefully I sound a little bit less barrel-like this time. Got a couple of comments on the last stream about my audio settings being weird, so I went and double-checked some stuff, and you know what? They were right. My computer sometimes is very stubborn about where it takes mic audio from, and in this case it was taking it from my webcam instead of my actual microphone, so you know how it is. Hello, everybody. Hey, Ryan Bradley, thanks for the $20, my man. I appreciate that. I don't do this for money, but hey, money is always welcome. So, let's hop right back into it, shall we? Right back into Emperor of the Fading Suns. Also, you have to apologize about I have to apologize about the image flickering. When it goes into the FMV movies, it just does that for a minute before it figures out where it's supposed to be.
House Decados.
Alright, House Decados. Here we are back at it again. I think this time I'm going to let the music play in the background because, I mean, well, no, I should turn it off. Hold on. I should turn the music off. I know it makes the audio a little bit more boring, but, you know, it's a good practice to have. I need to remind myself exactly what we have here. Okay, so yeah, we have our Noble. This is on Byzantium Secundus. We have our Noble. We have some planet-to-space missiles. Some power armor legions, a couple of anti-tank guns, a couple of artillery, some flak. Okay, great. That's our little garrison. We took a couple of our legions out, if you'll recall, to take them elsewhere. And we are building an officer's corps here on Byzantium Secundus so that we could turn it into a spy. Because spies, of course, are very, very nice to have. They can actually, they're the only units that are allowed to engage in combat on Byzantium Secundus. And this is something that I haven't talked about before, but, so the combat system in this game, very, very complicated, lots of these different attacks. To correct myself, or re-correct myself a little bit, I was actually right in the first thing that I said in the previous stream, and that Jackalore in chat also reinforced, that I then backed off of because I was confused. The different attack types are exclusive to specific types of units. It's actually linked to the kind of movement that a unit is assigned, because this is a mid-90s game, and so of course everything has to be a little bit janky. So close attacks only work on infantry, on units with the foot movement type. Direct attacks only work on tanks, that is, units with the track or tread movement type. Air attacks only work on aircraft, etc., etc. So you may notice, this spy has absolute terrible attacks in air and direct. Like, it can technically fight these units, but not really. But it has a really, really good close attack, so it's very, very good at killing infantry, right? But that's not all. Notice this rank, how it says rank 6. This is something that I haven't talked about before at all, but rank determines, basically, in the simulated combat that this game runs, how close to the front a unit is, and therefore how likely they are to be targeted by an attack. Attacks are targeted essentially at random, but they are weighted by rank. So, normally, units attack units that are low in rank, that are close to the front. So, for example, infantry have rank 4, trackers have rank 2, which means they're very, very likely to be targeted. Officers have rank 6, so they're near the back of the battle. They are not the first to be targeted. They're, you know, they're the officers. They're in the back guiding the combat, right? Same with spies. However, spies and their upgraded units, assassins and doppelgangers, have a special attack type that targets people in the back ranks over people in the front ranks. Which means that spies, with their very high camo, very high spot, very high anti-infantry attack, and special attack that targets the rear ranks, in a battle, a spy will almost always go for the officers, or, perhaps more importantly, the nobles, who are rank 8. They're all the way at the back. So, you can use spies to kill off nobles, even on Byzantium Secundus. Why is this important? It's important because, as I mentioned in the first episode, if you don't have a noble in your fort on Byzantium Secundus, you don't get to place votes for regency. So, if you're trying to win the game, using assassins or doppelgangers to kill off the nobles in your rivals' forts can let you just vote yourself emperor and win the game, which is kind of hilarious. Anyway, but enough about that. Let's talk about our war. We do have a little bit of the League going on here. They're just sort of flying around. Okay, so we've conquered pretty much all the... Oh, that was the wrong button. We've conquered pretty much all of the cities on this planet. There's one right up there in the top right corner that we should still drop on. Beyond that, there's not a lot of roads around. There probably are some ruins scattered about, but they're going to be hard to find, because normally you find ruins via the roads leading to them. In this case, what we're going to do here is we are going to leave these units to guard this well and this fort. We can't actually build units at this fort if we want to. I'm not sure. I'm not building any more engineers right now because I'm still negative on food, and I don't want to run out of food quickly. Is this Arrakis? Kind of. I mean, kinda-ish. It's got a fertile river valley over here. It's got another one over here. It's got some fertile ground down south. So it's not exactly Arrakis. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of our units here and prepare to lift off with them. We have to wait so that we can have one unit in the well just to make sure that it doesn't rebel, which it might also do. Oh, it's building a militia, so that's fine. So we're going to load our trackers back up into that, take off, and then we have to wait for a turn because our assault landers are pooped. But we do have our tanks over here in the chemical plant, and we have a couple more trackers. Okay, you, sir, go over to the factory, why don't you? We can transfer these guys to an assault lander. And we can land you on the factory so that you can pick up a couple of trackers. Cool. So next turn we'll be able to take off, load those 4 trackers, drop them over here, and take over this little city. Are the troops' lives worth enough to get them armor? I mean, not really. I mean, like, if you look at the trackers have, like, very little armor. Right now, their armor is actually being increased because they're in a city, which gives 1.5 times armor. So trackers only have 10 armor. To explain how armor works, every unit starts with 100 health points. They have 100% health. The strength of your attack, so the accuracy of your attack compared to the enemy agility determines whether you hit when an attack roll is made. Different kinds of attacks get different numbers of attempts to hit. So like close gets, I think, like 5 attempts. Direct attacks get 3. Anyway, there's a 2-hit roll. The ratio of your strength versus the enemy armor then determines what your possible damage results are, and they're then rolled against on a table. It's basically like an old-fashioned tabletop war game system, just converted to computer usage. So, in other words, what I'm saying is, what you really want is to have strength on your attack that's higher than the enemy armor, ideally by a significant margin. And if your strength is like 2 or 3 times the enemy armor, then you have decent odds of doing a lot of damage or even killing a unit in one shot. So, when we look at things like the Dreadnought that we have here, you may notice it has a ranged space attack of 90. So it can do a ton of damage against smaller vessels like the Frigate, which has only armor 42. So 1 or 2 shots from a Dreadnought is likely to cripple or destroy a Frigate. On the other hand, a Frigate has a direct space attack of 45, and a Dreadnought has 94 armor. So it can bounce those shots pretty well. Hey, Lizzie, welcome. Is this a sci-fi version of Mom, or is it another beast altogether? This is like, well, let me put it this way. Every single one of these planets that you see on the space map here, is like a Civilizations game, basically. It's about 30 Civilizations maps, relatively small ones, but still Civilizations maps, stitched together in one overarching game. Is that camouflage gear or a leopard fursuit? That is actually their skin. Trackers are people who use magic powers and yoga to convert their skin into camouflage patterns so that they are effectively invisible. It's pretty great stuff. Take off and fly over to Kadavas to join the rest of the army. That's what Prana Bindu is. It's magic yoga. I am not making this up. I promise I'm completely serious and real about what this is. Magic powers and yoga. I don't have enough electronics to build another officer, so that's fine. So yes, keep building. Oh, I can actually recruit infantry legions now. So looking at stats-wise, just to indicate one interesting thing about infantry, the regular infantry, they have slightly more armor than tracker legions. Their close attack is a little bit more accurate, but less damaging. They also have a pretty decent anti-air attack. It's not very accurate, but it does some good damage. They do cost a little bit more metal, but their maintenance is the same, and overall having some infantry mixed in is often a good idea. The only real problem with them is that their move is a little bit slower. They have only 6 move points instead of 10. So trackers are faster and, of course, stealthier, with 7 camo versus 3 and 8 spot versus 4. They also have slightly higher agility. So infantry are good to have around. Also, I mean, if you look at this gun, this is clearly like an arquebus of some kind, or like maybe it's a fantasy space laser arquebus, but it's I mean, look, that's a lock. That's like a flintlock right there. It's got the little muzzle with the wood sheathing. This is like an ornate hand grip of some kind. You could see a weapon very much like this in like museums from the 1600s, and I love that. Anyway, where was I? I think I might start recruiting some infantry soon. Yeah, let me start recruiting some infantry instead of more trackers. I've already got a bunch of trackers. This little army, we're going to load up 2 more units, and then this army is going to come down around this way, land here, and move up through the jungle to attack this ruin, which has 2 nobles in it. In a perfect world, we would actually capture these nobles and force them to surrender, and then they would be added to our family and we would have more nobles. Unfortunately, I doubt we'll be able to do that. Units surrendering, I don't have a really good grasp of what causes it to happen, but it's relatively infrequent, and you don't have a lot of control over when it happens. So it just kind of like, if they're losing the battle real bad and they decide to run away, then they might run away, and then you can capture them by attacking them a second time on the same turn. You just don't have much control over that happening. You have to kind of like send in units that don't kill them very well and hope for the best. But if you send in units that are really bad at killing them, then they'll win the battle and your guys will retreat instead. So it's not great. Nobles have a plus 25 loyalty boost when checking for retreat. Yeah, there's also that. They don't really do that much. Hey, Sergeant Flintlock, welcome. Okay, so I think that's pretty much the turn, right? I've got my gunship over here ready to provide fire support as well, so that's good. All these guys, I'm just going to set them onto sentry for right now. Alright, cool. Let's end the turn. I'm not doing much diplomacy at the moment. I will vote for myself. Great, we've produced another medium tank. Let's get a... yeah, I guess let's get another gunship. So, gunships are very, very high damage units. They have a very good anti-tank attack. They have a decent anti-infantry attack. Dive bombers are a little bit less accurate, but more damaging, especially against tanks. They also cost less maintenance, I guess. Gunships cost a lot in maintenance. Yeah, let's just go with medium tanks. Tracker Legion... let's swap over to infantry. Infantry are better general purpose defensive units, and none. The new Patriarch is Orthodox. She wants composite armor. No. Oh, did he actually just declare war? Did they... for real? Hold on. Did they declare war? Oh my god, they did. House Al-Malik declared war because we didn't give them our votes. Okay. Give me a peace treaty and I'll appreciate it.
Message sent.
Sure. That's fine. Hey, David. How many of my own nobles died in the first episode? 2. I think I have 3 left. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was actually declaring war. Yeah, so I have 2 in my palace on Severus, and then I have 1 on Byzantium Secundus. Now, House Al-Malik controls, I forget which planet they control. It's not Delphi. I think it's Istakhr. I think that's them. Right? I think they're yellow. Yeah, I think they're the yellow ones. Okay, so... Oh, I just sent them another blank message, I guess. I think this is them right there, so I may want to invade them before they invade me. But, you know. Sometimes you just have to invade a guy. Now let me land and unload. And we shall attack the farm. Perfect. Love it. We've conquered a pair of terrified militia. However, we only need 1 terrified militia here, so that's fine. And ooh, we got a 4 metal from disbanding him. Great. Also, there's some energy up here, which is pretty neat. How much food are we harvesting from this farm? I guess we're not harvesting any yet. But hey, we're positive on food again. That's great. How did I lose nobles? Yes, I sent them into battle because I get an armor bonus for having nobles in stacks. But, yeah, it's a problem. Is there orbital bombardment in this game? Yes, there absolutely is. In fact, it is incredibly important sometimes for softening up hard targets. However, you don't want to do it all the time, because if the enemy has, like, defensive units, you know, and, like, ground-to-space missiles and shit, they are incredibly powerful at destroying you. All of your hopes and dreams. Alright, let's go back to the well. We'll rest up there. Healing is quite slow for most units. You go on sentry. You guys go on sentry. These guys will wait to be picked up. In fact, I can drop you right there to pick them up. But he's injured, so we'll leave him behind. Okay, cool. Back on Severus. My tank is going to take a couple of turns to get there. That's fine. We've got trackers in the fort. Oh, this farm needs a... That farm needs a militia. And we've got 1st infantry. We'll have a 2nd infantry. That'll be fine. And then hopefully we'll be able to finish the conquest of our own planet and proceed that way. Nice little mine down there. There's our well. What else could we build? I think we want to build another lab. So all the hexes that are glowing around the shield here are protected by a shield, obviously. And so they cannot be bombarded from space. So building your important stuff in this little spot can be really useful. The downside, of course, is this is the place that enemies will attack first if they decide to attack your planet. That said, I'm kind of going to take the gamble. I'm going to build an engineer real quick, and I am going to build a 2nd lab because I want more science. My technology is too slow, and I want more technology. Yeah, you just hang out. You, sir. Board the transports. And you just chill. You guys chill. You chill. You chill. That's fine.
House Decados.
Okay, House Decados. Finished producing an officer. That's great. Let's turn him into a spy. Finished producing militia. That's great. Produce nothing. Finished building infantry. Yeah, let's get a couple more infantry. We finished building an engineer. Turn you to nothing. Infantry. Yeah, give me a couple more infantry for defensive purposes. None there. You have rejected my terms. But House Al Malik and House Hawkwood are also at war. So that's fine. Great. I love it. You, sir, Mr. Engineer. I'm doing okay on metal. I'm doing okay on food, although I will need more farms very shortly. But I think at this point it's time to start building up some secondary production. I have one electronics factory. I would like... I can't build a ceram steel factory. I can't build wetware either. I could build a bioplant. Consumes exotics and chemicals. So I'll need chemicals first. How am I doing on trace elements? I would be a little short on trace elements if I did that. Let me go ahead and get a... Imagine a planet with nothing but shields. Yeah, you can only build one shield, unfortunately. Wetware is like biotech stuff. It's used to produce like Grimson's Legion, and people that are cybernetically augmented need wetware and often biochems. I'm gonna go ahead and build a chemicals plant. And we'll get a tracker to garrison that. So yeah, we'll produce chemicals. We're consuming energy and trace. We're still positive on trace net. And with chemicals, we'll be able to start doing some stuff. I forget exactly what. Let's load that tank onto the transport. And the transports can now take off. We are going right down there. It'll take a couple more turns. Also, do they have any... They do have an air attack. I don't know if they have any other units there. I'm not going to send in my gunship without knowing. You, sir, you go on to sentry mode as well. Just guard that fort. You guys just... And over here, you're healing up. You guys move on to the farm. Turn sentry. You, sir. Join the transport. And we'll lift off. Okay. Little army once again assembled, pretty much. Yeah, so we've got a nice little tracker legion that we could use to invade someplace if we wanted to. We've also got our tanks still. Unfortunately, at the starports, we still can't build any spacecraft because we just don't have that technology. Our engineer... A farm here would harvest 49 food. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Our next farm would have to be out here, I guess. What if I build a farm up here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. That'd be 46 food. I want to get this guy up here to build a farm, so that then I can build another farm within the radius of this fertile place. What if you wipe out one house? Do you lose their units on Byzantium? So not unless you actually kill those units on Byzantium, because then, I mean, the house still exists until you do that. However, they won't be able to do a whole lot of anything. I've got a couple of artillery here. Oh, also, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. There's one very important thing we have to do. On this planet, we must build the palace. Until you control the palace on a planet, you can't tax the planet. So right now, I am making my tax is 4936, right? Let me build the palace. And now all of a sudden my tax income is 7 grand. Because I'm now actually collecting taxes from all these places that I have here. Don't I find it tedious having to control dozens of units individually? I mean, kind of, yeah. It can get tedious for sure, but that's the nature of the beast. That is what these old turn-based strategy games almost always demanded. Let me go ahead and get a... Yeah, let me get a tank going over here. And put one of my artillery units in the factory. And this tracker is going to go garrison the palace. How do I find these old but interesting games? Honestly, a lot of these games are things that I played when I was young, when I was like browsing around abandonware websites and stuff. Others are just, you know, things that I stumbled across at some point. You can definitely be a sentry. You can sentry. These tanks, I want to join the army. Interesting choice of tank girl as your house leader. I want you, sir, to land on this chemical plant. Nope, we don't want to unload. Rather, we want to load up our tanks and then launch into space. Okay, so here we have our nice little assault army that we could use to attack somebody else. There's another planet right next to us, Malignatius, that we could go to. We could also jump up to Criticorum. Istakur is a little far to stretch, but what I think we want to do is I think we want to go to Demoli, or Demolay, as the case may be. And I think we want to have some ships in orbit of this planet in order to prevent a direct attack from Istakur, if they actually do attack us, which they may or may not. I'm going to leave just my frigate in orbit of Cadavus just to provide a little bit of support. We will jump back over to Severus, and we're going to take our... we're going to take the Dreadnought and a frigate over into Demolay to guard our troops. When even was this released? This was released in 1996, if I recall, originally. Can I build space stations? Yes, except I don't have that technology yet.
House de Cados.
Okay, finished producing a medium tank. Let's get some... I have plenty of money at this point, so I'm not super worried about stuff. Let me get a tank killer going. We'll continue producing some infantry. Infantry, having some basic infantry scattered around is never bad. For 1680, you know what? For House Lihalan, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sell that. Oh. If I give House Hazat Fractal Metaphysics, they'll give me monopoles. Okay. Composite armor, and they will give me Cyclotron. Done. Deal. This is interesting. There is a League stealth ship in orbit, along with an armored freighter. I need to check something real quick. So, the League has this unique mechanic where when their war chest gets large enough, they declare the Third Republic and rebel against the Empire and go to war with basically everyone, as I recall. Ignore that. My phone just woke up and attached to my computer. So I need to check something. I don't know how large that war chest actually has to be. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how large that war chest has to be. I'm gonna ask them to embargo Usara, though, just for fun. And I'll pay them... I'll give you, like, 3 grand if you do that. No noble house was this optimistic about trading in real life. Yeah, like, maybe you can, and I'll appreciate it. If you can embargo House Yusara, that'd be great. We have plenty of money for now. Yeah, we have plenty of money, and that means we'll have plenty of money forever, right? That's the way it works. Let me take you and you and you, all of you guys, and jump over to Demole. Okay. Oh, this looks like a hell planet. Okay, what do we got here? It's actually quite well settled, though. Lots of very spiky mountains. This is probably where the palace is. Down over here, we've got another little kind of region. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, if we could take this place over, we would get a swift boost to our tax income. I tell you what. Do we get Fremen from this planet? I don't know, dude. This looks more like it might be where the Sardaukar come from. It's not a desert. It's just a hell place. But we'll find out. Tank. Yeah, you can just stay in the factory for right now. We'll build up our regular infantry there. The League is really moving some ships around, though. I mean, look at this. They got 2 dreadnoughts, 2 cruisers, and a destroyer in orbit, along with their armored freighter. I think, actually, these are them refilling the Agoras. So if you look at the Agora, you see how it has a number available of each of their resources? They jump around these little fleets which refill the Agoras. So I suspect that's what's happening. They're actually sold out of a lot of stuff, interestingly. What I do want to do is I do want to buy some food. Because I want to build some more engineers. So I'm going to buy 200 food. And that will let me build a couple of additional engineers. We're already building an engineer in the palace. We're also going to build... This is kind of my, like, industrial zone. I'm going to build another engineer right there. And then... I'd like to build another engineer in the palace here as well. So that I can get a farm going over here. And because, you know, I'm pretty close to what I'm, like, 0 on the food front. I'd like to be positive on food. Canonically, the place where the Space Marines are trained? Oh, huh, cool. Is it good game if my transports get destroyed? It would be very, very bad if my transports were destroyed. It would not technically end the game, but it would be bad.
House Decados.
Thank you, House Decados. I have finished producing a spy. Let's produce another officer. Finish producing infantry. Yep, keep going with that. Keep going with that. Build up the infantry corps. Let's get a self-propelled anti-air. The League Meister has rejected my terms. How dare he? Give me $5,300 for Monopoles technology? You know what? I'll take it. I got that basically for free. Also, I forgot to move my fleet last turn because I'm stupid.
Unit spotted.
Oh, unit spotted. Oh, hey, look, it's a self-propelled anti-air. Huh. What about that? I wonder, could I send my trackers in and capture that? It might be moving with a stack, though. I'm not going to risk it. Not going to risk it. Okay. Let's make a landing. We're going to land down here. Ugh. Yikes. Okay, so they have some anti-air to... Wow! What is this? Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Well, it's a good thing I didn't try to land at the capital. Okay. You know what? You know what? I think we're gonna leave. Okay. No, take off. Get out of there. Shit. Okay, well, yeah, now I believe you when you say this is the planet the Space Marines are trained on. Jesus Christ. They've got planet to space lasers at the ass end of nowhere. Like, what is happening here? Whew. Can we bombard the fuck out of them? No, they have planet to space lasers. We cannot effectively bombard them. They have 126 armor. This will not go well for us. There are no actual Brothers of Battle on this planet. Look, I would love to take this planet. I would love to. I'm just not sure it's gonna work out. Because they've got the high-end units on here. They've got the look at this fucking tank. This tank has 126 armor. It has a close attack that does 117 strength. Why? Why are there? It's because it's because of their experience, isn't it? Because they're all expert level. Yeah, so their attacks are all buffed because they're high experience units and because they have high loyalty. Okay, so I think probably we're not gonna mess with the Space Marines. I think instead we're just gonna go. Like, maybe we just leave. Well, something is sure happening there. I mean, I don't know what to say. Well, I do need to land these guys and get a repair on them. Fortunately, I have a spaceport, so even though I can't build them because I don't have that technology, I don't have the spaceport. Spaceport is off. My spaceport is over here, so I need to move them over here and land them at the starport. When you land spacecraft at the starport, they'll heal. So it'll take them a few turns to heal up, but that's important. It's important that we keep them. But to go to Cadiz, yeah, we're probably gonna check out Cadiz and see what they have, and we may upgrade our army a little bit, get a couple more tanks in there, swap out some of the trackers because trackers are really only good at taking out infantry. We're gonna kind of spread our infantry out just a little bit, have garrisons at different places. That farm actually has no garrison whatsoever. Okay, anybody else need to move? We're not going to send you into the self-propelled anti-air. That would be suicide. Let's move out our spy a little bit, just so we can see the units here. Okay. Oh, interesting. So he has... House Hazat has also pulled out some of their power-armored shock troops. So has Li Halan. Oh, no, they haven't. I just didn't see them. Okay, so they've still got all 5 there. Alright, they probably haven't pulled out anybody. Unspotted units from House Hazat are here. We are not at war with them should we attack it. Oh, there's a House Hazat spy standing right here. Alright, well, we'll casually move away. That's fine. Note they do heal naturally. Yeah, they do. They do heal naturally, but do you win if you take the Byzantine Palace? No. You only win if you can get elected emperor and then hold that imperial seat for a certain amount of time.
House Decados.
Yes, thank you. I am House Staccatos. That's correct. Yeah, let's get a medium tank going. Infantry Legion. Okay, that's fine. Let's get another... Yeah, let's keep a mix of infantry and trackers. Okay, we finished building an engineer. Let's build another one. Finished building infantry. I would like to get officers, but I need more electronics. Fractal metaphysics? No. Alright, you, sir. Move right there and build me a laboratory. Yes, produce a lab. Okay. This lab can now research technology. It researches slowly right now because it needs to build up, but we can now either add it to our current research, which is theurgy, or we can set it to researching a totally different thing. Do I want special forces? I don't, actually. They cost a lot, and I'm not super worried about it. However, ceram steel would be extremely valuable to start working on. Psychopharmacology would also be really valuable to start working on. As would genetic manipulation. Let's go for psychopharmacology. That's kind of the low-hanging fruit here. And then we'll sort of, you know, we'll just advance as we go. Let's move a militia down to this lab. Just a sentry on it. Get this tank moving up towards the fort. You go sentry. You go to the fort. And you guys...
Unit spotted.
Yes, unit spotted. I get it. Thank you. We're gonna unload our cargo. And advance towards the target. We see anything? Really, we see nothing except 2 officers in there. Can I just launch the attack? Yeah, go for it. Perfect. Dunzo. Alright, we've cleared the ruins, so next turn we should be able to move in there with no trouble. I love that for us. So you can see our landers are healing, it just takes a little bit of time. We'll move them up to Kadavas, we'll heal them faster by landing them on the starport. And for now, other than that, we'll just kind of keep our little army floating up here in space. One of the Imperial officers is the guy in charge of holding off the symbionts. Sorry, I'm checking chat just every now and then. Can I ally the Vow? No, you cannot ally with the Vow. However, you can sell the Vow maps. So I'll sell you the map of Demoli. Yes, that's great. 166 bucks for basically nothing. Let's hop down to Cadiz. See what's down here. How's Cadiz looking? Oh. Cadiz has the Imperial fleet in orbit. Why is the Imperial fleet in orbit of Cadiz? Is this like a fleet planet? Well, we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure nothing bad is ever gonna happen. You know, I'm confident. I'm confident that they have only our best interests in mind.
House Decados.
Yes, thank you. I am House Staccatos. You are correct. Finish building a self-propelled anti-air. Let's get a gunship going. What? I'm being attacked by rebel marauders? Oh, well, I killed them. Okay. So, the rebel marauders jumped into space to attack my cruiser and, of course, immediately exploded because it is a cruiser. Great. 200 points of metal. I have discovered another ruin gift. 62 points of... 62 monopoles? Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a lot of money. Yeah, let's go, boys. Oh, they're at the Vow Empire border? Okay, so, alright. Okay, interesting. Interesting. We're gonna have to leave a couple of units behind so we can escape with these resources. But that's fine, we can do that.
Unit spotted.
Okay, there's their planet-to-space meson cannon.
Unit spotted.
Along with an anti-aircraft gun. They're in the jungle, though. I think this is their stack. I think their stack is actually moving south. This infantry, go stand in the hills. I don't think that actually helps you in any way, but do it anyway. Yeah, it doesn't particularly. Well, I guess it improves your... So most, like, a lot of terrain improves your spot, your camo, and your agility. Defenses, like fortresses, yeah, okay, so you can see their base level here is, I think, 7 and 8, and, like, 8 or 9. But it's being improved because they're in the jungle. Their actual armor, so their actual damage resistance, is not being improved by terrain. God, I would love to build a mine here and start mining these gems. That stack is totally takeable. No, it's not. That stack has their genetic warrior legions in it. I promise it does. I guarantee it does. So I don't think it's actually takeable. Likewise, hold on. I don't really want to launch speculative bombardment in case this is, like, an important place. We're going to load up the tank here. So we're going to leave a tracker legion behind. We're going to load a tank instead. This factory is building a gunship. We might load up the gunship as well. Yeah, so we'll spend a couple turns repairing. I don't really want to land my freighters because they'll take damage if I do that. But I do, and I don't want to launch a bombardment in case they're people we don't want to offend. But I do want to attack this planet. I really do. Let me just do a little bombardment. Just a little friendly bombardment. Okay, it's rebels. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna land next to this farm. Yeah, they're gonna take damage. Unload. Yeah, there's like no units here. This is just a little rebel farm. Go for it, guys. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, cool. We've captured a little farm. Love it. It's harvesting, actually, a lot of food. Like a lot of food. The city sect is Orthodox, so they probably won't like us that much, but yeah, this nice little island would be kind of a cool place to own. If we can set up a factory, we could build water units, and we wouldn't even have to space invade to take this place over. But oh, this is looking like a good little place to invade. Let's get some. Let's get like a couple of anti-tank guns and stuff, just kind of going. If your bombardment leaves people to be offended, then your bombardment wasn't thorough enough. I mean, you're not wrong. Let's head back over to Severus, pick up some more troops. Oh, yeah, okay, so why the Imperial fleet is here at Cadiz, because this is the border with the Vow. That's the Vow home planet, and that's another Vow world. Weren't you majority Orthodox? Technically, I think more of my people are Orthodox than anything else, but our actual, like, lead sect is eschatonic. That's who we are. That's who we are as a house. So we've got some troops up there at that fort. We've got some troops at this fort that we can pull from. This factory is still building tanks. This electronics is still building an engineer with 1 turn left. Who do I have still to move? Got a couple little guys down here. This farm actually has nobody at it, so build a militia just to have somebody there. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's end the turn.
House de Cados.
Hey, research of theurgy has been completed. Fantastic. Okay, let's put both of our labs on psychopharmacology. We have finished building an officer's corps, but we don't have enough electronics to turn him into a spy. So, for right now, let's produce an infantry legion. Got an engineer done. Medium tank done. We'll keep building. Let's start getting some dive bombers going, maybe. Keep building a mix of infantry and trackers there. Give me Prana Bindu for 2,400 bucks. Nah, I just don't need that money that bad, to be honest. No. Yeah, I don't. Money is not really my jam at the moment. Let's land at the fort, get a couple tanks and a couple infantry loaded up into the bulk freighter, and we can take off. You land at the northern fort and get a tracker and an infantry, and then you can take off, and you two can go to Cadiz. Wonderful. Over here, how's the healing going up? It's going great. Going fast. Going fantastic. We'll be able to pick up a gunship and take that away with us. What does Prana Bindu does? Prana Bindu is magic yoga. Maybe it's one of their off-brand games. Why do we want psychopharmacology? It moves us towards recruiting drug-crazed psychopaths. Who are you, sir? Oh, your House Al-Malik. Why are there House Al-Malik militia on my planet? Who do you fuckers think you are? Bitch. Now let's kind of scatter our trackers out to see if we can find any other resources on this little island that we've taken. Well, some fertile land up there. This is our farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. Exactly. That is exactly correct. We're pretty well positive on food, which is good. Severus, I want all these units to get on board the transports stat. Well, the military units maybe not. The military units we might be able to actually do something with. I definitely want the monopoles and the metals to get on board the transports stat. You, sir. You should build a fort for unit production would not be bad. We need more electronics. We're having trouble with electronics. We don't have enough trace minerals production, though, to really support more production. We might end up buying trace metals, but I want more electronics for sure. So, okay, so yeah, we're now slowly dropping in a trace, but that's fine. We can support that. Can you?
Unit spotted.
Okay, who did I spot? Okay, he's back at the farm.
Unit spotted.
Okay, they've got a strategic bomber, a meson cannon, and a flak gun. Let's pull back a bit there. Can I use these guys for, like, offshore bombardment? I think I can, but he's not close enough to the water. I might be able to sail upriver and bombard them. Because these units don't have water attack. So I think I might be able to just bombard them with my destroyers and accomplish something that way. Are PTS weapons useful in a ground battle? Kind of. Some. Also, yes, I love the archives. You have all these like units lined up. You know, you have the Tracker Legion, the Fanatics, researching in which tell you what you research to get closer to them. So, for example, if I want dervishes, then we should research indoctrination, and that will get us closer to them. They're like a psychic unit. If I want genetic gen warriors, these space marines, genetic manipulation and ceram steel, we need both of those. If I want powered armor legions, then we need ceram steel and cold fusion cells. And if we want assault legions, then we need to go the same way but further along, because they're a more powerful unit. If I want doppelgangers, I need genetic manipulation and psychosonic manipulation. Special forces are already like there. We could research them right now. The cyber cores need a lot of technology to get them. But so this can kind of give you a list, and they're all very, very classy. They have all these like church, writings about the units and everything. Singularity tech is what we need to get any spacecraft whatsoever. And of course, Grimson's Legion, who are the the psycho soldiers pumped full of drugs. The heathen Grimsons, clash in their veins and madness in their song, and naught but emptiest shadow in their stare. Doppelganger? Yeah, you're right. But still. And yeah, like, do they have an air... Okay, they do have an anti-aircraft gun, which does have an air attack. And they have the strategic bomber, which has a really bad air attack. So, but with a couple of gunships, I think I could probably... couple like gunships and dive bombers and stuff. Like, I think we could do something. We'll see. We'll see how we do. And meanwhile, who hasn't moved? Yeah, you guys start heading back, because we definitely want those monopoles. In fact, I probably just put those monopoles into the fort. All I need to win is more farms. Does this game have a manual? It did. I don't know where the manual is, if that makes sense.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
Okay, so by the way, here's the Imperial Palace, right? Like, this is the Imperial Guard. This is the army that defends the person who's elected emperor. You can see they have a nice little battleship over there. Over here, they have a bunch of those high-end endgame tanks. They have the Shock Legions, which are one of the highest-end infantry units, all of which, of course, are elite. They have some emplaced artillery and basic units over there. Over here, a bunch more Shock Legions, At the fort, at the shield, they have planet-to-space laser cannons galore and a whole bunch more tanks, including the assault guns, which are terrifying. They've got a factory, a fort, more forts, another couple of factories. So the Imperial Guard is just a big fuck-off army. It's very, very scary. Alright, Voxel, take it easy. You really don't want to fight them. And, of course, we also have the Imperial Fleet in orbit. So the dreadnoughts, the cruisers, all that kind of good stuff. Are my landers finished being repaired? Not quite. Let's run one more turn.
House Decados.
Thank you, House Decados. Do I want anything more here, really? Yeah, I mean, we might as well get, like, a couple of tracker legions and stuff. Trackers, infantry, gunship, great. I'm gonna keep producing, like, aircraft here, I think. Anti-tank gun. Yeah, we'll get one more of those. Ah, my tithe collection's increased by 50% because of St. Wield's scales. Yusara is making fun of... Okay, so on Byzantium Secundus, the Al-Malik attacked us with their spy, and our spy instantly destroyed them, albeit at the cost of high damage themselves. So, okay. That's good. Let's go back to the fort and heal up, shall we? Great. Now, we're going to take this gunship over to the starport. We're going to unload a tracker and load the gunship. And my assault transports are going to blast off. Yes, they remain neutral. Like, basically, that's the army that explains why the game ends when you declare yourself emperor. Right? Because, like, nobody else can fight that army. This little force, these landers, I think we're once again going to launch a bombardment. And we are going to bombard. They might have space defenses down over there, so let's bombard up here. Okay, so they've got some artillery at that farm. Yes, we're going to unload our cargo. And we're going to take this farm. Perfect. Tracker sees the farm. Oh, 98 food per turn from this farm. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, the farmanity. And then I think we should land you right down here so we can pick up some of our other units. Hey, there's a ruins! Let's make this a feint. Okay, so they retreated. That's good, so they're not dead. What do we got? We have got a scout tank. We've got a meson cannon. A dive bomber, an officer, and a hover tank. We can probably take this, to be honest. Like, they do have the officer, sure, but the meson cannon is not great in ground combat. The anti-tank gun and the Greyhound, those are like just units. Those are straight up like units that we actually have. The Banshee is quite powerful against tanks, but not against infantry. And the hover tank is tough, but not undefeatable. So let's kind of collapse our forces a little bit. And we've got an anti-tank gun. We've got a tank killer. And a tank of our own. Plus the trackers. I think we can probably do it. We might want some of our troops from over here transported, though. Like, let's land over there. Let's load up a couple of standard infantry units, because they have an air attack. So standard infantry are actually really good at dealing with, like, dive bombers and stuff. Can I just build my own mine? Yeah. I mean, if I have an engineer, then yeah, I can absolutely build a mine right in here and rake in a bajillion metal. But I need to clear that first, because this army will come after me. Estimate losses, probably heavy. But if we can get our infantry over here, because see, okay, so here's the thing. The dive bomber here is hell on tanks. Does a ton of damage, has decent accuracy, but armor not super high, and very weak close attack. Like, the strength there is not much higher than the armor of infantry units. So this can actually be fought by, like, regular infantry legions, because they have an air attack. The planet-to-space gun, like I said, is not that good in direct combat. Their accuracy is quite low. The hover tank, attack-wise and armor-wise, is better than my tanks, but not by a ton, and with armor 54, is vulnerable to the tank killer, which has a 770 direct attack. The scout tank is a lot like my current tanks, like 540, 540. My medium tank is 560, 450 with similar kinds of armor, so the scout tank is not terribly scary. And then the only other thing they've got is an officer, which is good at killing infantry, but otherwise, like, So, you know, I think we could probably take him if we hop a couple more units over here. We can take that little thing. And we've got more troops coming. So it can be good. Now, I thought I had a... Let's get these guys pushed up. Now, here's my only kind of concern. I don't see the Gen Warrior Legions, and I think they're actually in this stack. And I think those units, I can't fight them in a stack with everything else here. So that's my big concern in that regard. So I am producing chemicals at a fair clip, which is fun. Producing 6 points on this planet. Where's my oh, there's my chemicals factory. That's right. I forget what I use chemicals for. I mean, they're a predecessor to biochems. So, yeah, energy, exotica, and chemicals make biochems. So my exotica production is good. My energy production is quite good. So I can actually set up a biochem facility pretty soon here. Let me, in fact, build another engineer and set up a biochem plant. That army will be obliterated if the genetic warriors come after it. You, sir. Advance. Yep, there we go. There we go. I want to test this. I'm going to attack with 1 and just as a feint. Oh my god, they can't fight me. Come on, please. Please do it. Oh my god, I can't reach him. Ah, fuck. Yes, I can bombard them. I can bombard them. You can't capture units. I really need to get rid of this strategic bomber. Since I forced it into retreat, like, I really need to get rid of it now so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, gunship, go get it. Okay, good. Perfect. Alright, the offshore bombardment was absolutely the right call. I think with offshore bombardment, we can actually take this farm. Yeah, space bombardment won't work because they have the meson cannon. We have to get rid of the meson cannon before we can space bombard, because this thing will wreck us. With 60 damage, direct accuracy 6, direct space attacks, or ranged space attacks. Like, it won't, put it this way, it won't kill a cruiser in a volley, but it will do damage, and spacecraft damage is really, like, kind of a big deal. Now, what I can do, probably, is I think I can bombard him. Oh, their noble is with this stack. Huh. Oh, that's where their infantry are. They're, okay, cool. They've split up. We can kind of take them as they're split up. Nice. Didn't I have an engineer somewhere? I thought I had finished recruiting an engineer somewhere. Yes, there he is. Okay. Let's go right up there and build a farm. Cool. You all turn sentry, because I don't need you for anything. This is all fine. And you guys, you're building a militia. Let's send these 3 units, these 2 tanks and the 1 infantry, kind of down south, just in an exploratory phase. Okay, cool. End the turn.
House de Cados.
Finish producing trackers. Yep. Let's get some infantry. Get another dive bomber. And get some anti-tank guns just for fun. None there. None there. Tithe collection is increased. Yes, thank you. All your votes for the next election. No. Meditation. Sure. In fact, can I now skim tithes? I could skim tithes. But I don't know that I need to. I could also increase my unit pay because I'm making a lot of money. Let me increase my unit pay by a little bit. And so, yes, my loyalty is going to jump. Excellent. Okay, cool. My unit loyalty is going to hop up from doing that. Hey, cats, how's it going? Did I just see a spaceship and a second World War II bomber plane? Yes, you did. You absolutely did. That's the way this goes. Okay, we're going to bring our forces together. Yep, all of you guys pull up. Okay, and go over here. You, sir. Take off. And you're going to land right over there. I know you're going to take a little... Oh. Oh, I forgot about the Meson cannon. Okay, welp. Never mind me. Well, yeah, that happened. Okay, so my freighter just got exploded. Whoops. Oh, boy, okay, alright, that wasn't great. I didn't like that. One little bit. Let's hop you guys over to Cadiz, shall we? You dive bomber. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, you can go over there. Great. You go back to the well. You advance up here. And now, okay, shot down by the anti-aircraft. That's fine. You guys attack. Yes! Bing! Mine now. Haha! Planet to Space Meson Cannon. Perfect. Excellent. Yoink. I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've taken the Meson cannon. Over here, this is where they have their power-armored infantry, so we can't actually beat them, but what we might be able to do is we might be able to get our... hold on. Yes, we're going to unload into that fort, and then we're going to get our transports coming down here. My goal is going to be to load all these units, including our stolen Meson cannon, into the transports and just fuck off. While their genetic warrior legions come back down here to the farm and retake it, and are then baffled and enraged to find that we have left. That's my dream. Actually, you know what? With offshore bombardment, because again, they don't have water attack. If they come near the shore, we probably can bombard them. worth thinking about. Let's get a bioplant going. So now we can produce biochemicals. And I love that for us. We have a whole bunch of monopoles, and I love that for us. Where? Why does this cruiser... Okay. Alright. Take this little army. Oh, there's a ruin. Oh, they have 3 mega tanks and an officer's corps. Why is there an old Second Imperium ruin along a road? Like, I guess that, okay, so I guess this farm has just been cut off from the greater universe for a long-ass time by the existence of these mega tanks, which have such high armor, being in this ruin with an officer supporting them, that they simply cannot be moved. I think we need massed air bombardment to get rid of this. And, oh, actually, you're right. I've taken the Meson cannon. I can, in fact, bombard them from space. Perfect. Similarly, I think I can bombard them from space. They've got a stealth ship. There's a stealth ship in this ruin. Okay, well, I've exploded it, so not anymore, there's not. Okay. Alright, fair enough.
House de Cados.
Hey, we've researched psychopharmacology. Fantastic. The next thing we could research would be combat drugs. That would allow Grimson's Legion. Or we could research Ceram Steel, which unlocks a lot of the higher-end units. Or Singularity Tech, which we need to build spacecraft. For right now, I'm gonna go for combat drugs. With both of my labs. Okay, we finished producing an infantry. Let's get another tracker. Keep building dive bombers. Keep building ATGs. Yes, my tithe collection is increased. Thank you. Oh god, I think we just got another war declared on us. Yes, we did. House Hazat just declared war because I didn't give them my votes. Is there any way to check on the aliens? Well, I mean, there hasn't been, like, any cities lost lately. Okay, so we've killed a tank there, which is good. There's another stealth ship in that ruin. But, hold on. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Because their units seemed to move out. Yes! Oh my god, yes! We've captured a stealth ship. Oh, I love that for us. We found the Holy Relic of Hombor's Cup. What does Hombor's Cup do? An Agora restock bonus. That's interesting. Okay, well, Hombor's Cup, why don't you go back to this farm and chill out with the militia and the tracker for now.
Unit spotted.
Okay, what do we spot? Oh, okay, so here's the rebels with their mega tanks. They're going to attack this city, whatever it is. So we're going to bombard them. Great. I love that for us. And these landers are going to land, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can land back down here. Unload cargo. Okay, great. You actually need to go back to the farm. You guys can advance to that army. You guys can take off and just chill in orbit for the moment. Is stealth ship good against Mezons? No. Okay, so the stealth ship, here's what the stealth ship does. Notice how the Dreadnought has like 6 spot and 3 camo and 5 agility? The stealth ship has 4 spot but 11 camo, which means it's almost impossible to see, and it also has an incredibly high direct space attack, accuracy 7, strength 70. It's much more accurate than even like larger ships are. So the stealth ship is a torpedo bomber that's designed to slip up undetected and nuke transports or large spaceships. So we are going to move him up to Cadavus. Let's go this way, though. And heal him and keep him in the back pocket, as it were. And we're still making 1,500 bucks, even with the higher pay for our units. So our unit loyalty is going to be really, really high, which is just absolutely chef's kiss lovely. Where is my bulk lander? I'm a little perplexed. Oh, there it is. Does the Ruin Squad still rule the South Continent? Yeah, not for long. We're closing in on them. They're over here. No, sorry. They're right over here, invisible. But we've stolen their Meson cannon, and we're bombarding them from space.
House de Cados.
Yeah, I'll vote for myself. Let's get another officer corps going. Dive bomber, we just used up all our electronics, so we can't build one of those, but we can build a medium tank. Anti-tank gun. Let's get one more of those. I've been ambushed. Okay, what is that? What is that unit? Oh, that's my Scout Tracker Legion, I believe. And the new Patriarch is Orthodox. Psychopharmacology, no. All your votes for the next election, or you make me regret it. No. Not interested, sorry, thank you. Actually, hold on. No, we're not bombarding yet. What we need is... we need Tracker. Go try to spot the enemy. And we cannot spot them. So we don't want to randomly bomb. Okay, so what is down here? Hold on. So here's a rebel stack with militia, flak, artillery, and a dive bomber. Here's the rebel stack with the super tanks and the officer. So we definitely want to bombard them. Alright, we've killed one of their super tanks. I love that for us. This army is going to go clear this ruin. Oh my god, what is that guy? They have a Psyker. They have a crazy Psyker. Fuck, I didn't see him. They have 2 Warlocks. Well, no wonder that went badly. Alright then. Jesus Christ. Okay, okay. Warlocks have psych attacks. Psych attacks happen at the very end of the round. They're totally different from other kinds of attacks. They don't interact with armor. They interact with psi defense, which is a totally different stat. So, yeah, that's a problem. Okay, we killed most of them still. If they hadn't had the Warlocks, we would have won that fight. But yeah, Warlocks have camo 10 and incredibly powerful psychic combat powers. So, that's good. Meanwhile, they've got the mega tanks down here. I cannot fight the mega tanks, so we're gonna retreat. Back to the farm, boys. back to the farm. How do you fight that? Yeah, you literally just send in more units. Or there are high-end specialty units that are, like, specifically really, really good at fighting psychic powers. So you use them. Okay, on the plus side, the food harvest is going great. And so we have plenty of food, plenty of metal, so I can actually afford to build a bunch more engineers if I want. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know that I can really set up. I can effectively set up at least one more mine. Let me get an engineer there. How's my chemicals going? Chemicals are fine. Exotica, biochems are growing. Trace minerals I definitely need more of. Cadavus. I've got this whole mountain range over here. So I'm going to take this tracker and go to explore a little bit. And at the well, I will build an engineer. Over here at this farm, I will build an engineer. Up at this farm, there's an energy point up there. I'm doing okay on energy, but having more energy is never a bad thing. So I'll build another engineer up there as well. I think I should. I don't have a farm. I don't have an engineer for a farm down there yet, actually. So you know what? We're gonna change this. We're gonna go none. Yes, cancel production. And we're gonna build an engineer over there instead. Great. Sir, hop on over to Cadavus so that you can repair your shit. This bulk hauler should land at the fort. We can load up a unit of infantry. Take off and land at the factory. Nope, do not unload. You can load up a tank and a dive bomber. And then maybe we can go up here and grab a tracker or another infantry unit in a little bit. What's the factory building? Building a medium tank. Okay. I definitely want more. So I want more electronics production, but for that I need more trace elements production. For that I need to build more mines first, is kind of where I'm at. You, sir, and you, sir. You hop back over there to pick up more troops so that we can continue our conquest of Cadiz. Yeah, the warlocks... Frankly, if it weren't for, like, I'm almost kind of tempted to send in the gunship, but the problem is the warlocks would nuke it, because it wouldn't finish them off. It could probably kill one unit, but then it would go down at the end of the round from those 2 psych attacks, because psych attacks work on anybody. Deserts give trace or something? Yeah, I think so. The gunship will die, the warlocks have air attack. Well, yeah, they have air attacks. The air attacks are not very good, but like it would probably survive those, but then at the end of the round, the psych attack would blow it up. Because like it has 40 armor or so. So it can probably take a couple of air hits, but then the psych attacks would explode at the end of the whole procedure.
House de Cardos.
Okay, we've built an engineer. Yeah, let's build, no, not here. We're not going to build another engineer here. Keep building dive bombers just for fun. Let me get a couple of artillery. House Al-Malik is the new regent. Oh, shit. That's a problem. What is happening? Jesus Christ. How many spies do they have? Oh my god. Wow. Okay. So House Hazat just sent in infinity spies to try to assassinate my noble, but they didn't make it quite. They did blow up a bunch of my defending artillery, but the noble lived. Yeah, okay, you can have psychopharmacology. Alright, hold on. Okay. Okay, House Al-Malik has not assigned any offices. Well, that was interesting. Okay, fortunately the noble lived. Yeah, so... Alright. That's fine, I guess. Little surprising. Okay, you guys land on the starport. We're going to take those guys over to the starport so they can be picked up by transports. You guys go over to Kadavas. I want you to bombard... well, actually, I don't have a target at the moment, so don't bombard anybody yet.
Unit spotted.
Aha, there's the Megatank. Bombard him. Alright, that's one Megatank dead. They have one Megatank and an officer remaining. I am going to fall back into the farm. I have Hombor's Cup. You cannot defeat me. I'm going to fall back in here because we get 1.5 times armor, so my tanks will have reasonable armor to defend with. And if they want to attack the farm, let them come. Meanwhile, you, sir. What shall I do with you? More electronics? I think so. I think more electronics. I know we're definitely now negative on trace minerals, but we'll get there. Did that have the potential to work? Yes, absolutely. If they had assassinated my noble, then I would simply not have been able to place any more votes. Let's get these units coming down this way to Cadiz. That would be great. You, sir, can be sentry. Here, you keep exploring. Aha, trace elements. That is what I want. Perfect. All you guys are just kind of hanging out. And yeah, by building officer cores, we're providing some like soak for those kinds of spy attacks, because they're all in the back ranks. So like the flak guns, the anti-tank guns, the artillery, they're in the same back rank as the noble, and so they eat hits that the spies are launching at the back ranks that would otherwise kill the noble. So having some of those guys around is useful, because like the trackers, spies don't attack trackers. Yeah, dervishes, cyber cores, all kinds of wild stuff. But yeah, that was a lot of spies. That was a lot of spies. Far more spy. My spy also was killed defending against all of those spies. One should note. Now, where are the enemy troopers? I think it's time for some speculative bombardment, to be honest. Like, yep, they stayed where they were. Okay, well, they're still there, so I can just bomb them for a while. What are gems for? Gems are used to produce singularities, which are what you need in order to build spacecraft. You must have them in order to build ships. Get my transports coming down this way. Great. Meson cannon, please board the transport. But I think that's the last remnant of the defenders, so I think I can now safely kind of use this space. I can go down here, build a mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, what I might do is I might build a mine up here and a mine down there. And then I have Exotica over there, so I can build something to use that too. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. I'm basically just gonna blow these guys up from orbit repeatedly. And in fact, I can send my ships over to bombard them. Leave the army there. Those guys in the chemical plant. I think Gen Warriors have an air attack, don't they? Yeah, and Hover Tank Killers have a good air attack as well, so we're not gonna... I'm gonna take this guy and move him back to the fort so I can send him off-world. And this little army can all just kind of stand there. That's fine. And that's fine. And that's fine. Okay. Oh, interesting. I've been given the Imperial Eye. I think. I think that's what just happened. Do I need an engineer up here? No. Okay, so Al-Malik is now the Stigmata garrison. Dakados is the Minister of the Imperial Eye. Hazat is the Imperial Fleet Commander. Alright, they're attacking me. And we have won. We have successfully defended our little place there. Aragon, yeah, so House Hazat is attacking. This is the Imperial Eye fort. Oh no. House Hazat just got the jump on me in orbit of Cadiz and killed all my ships. That's real bad. That's real bad. Okay. No, I just got Singularity Tech. Okay, so, bad things are happening. Alright, hold on one second. Hold, please. I need to do some calculations. So, okay. So, some wild stuff is happening. So, I now control the Imperial Eye. So I now have all their shit, which is on these forts, that is on everybody's home planet. So, like here on Aragon, you may notice. They are, of course, now moving... The people I'm at war with are now moving against me with massive armies in order to prevent me from, like, doing things. They have a whole bunch of fighters, and so, like, I'm not gonna win here. I'm not going to hold the Imperial Eye forts for long at all. These armies are going to stomp me out with all these aircraft they have and stuff. I do have some anti-aircraft guns, so, like, they will take casualties in this process, but I'm still going to lose. I also have, for some reason, 734 points of food. Fascinating. Okay. Much worse than that. Much worse than that. Here in orbit of Cadiz, a giant fleet of destroyers just jumped me and wiped me out. And that's because House Hazat now controls the Imperial fleet, and they're at war with me. So this fleet now has uncontested space control over Cadiz. So that's a problem. No, Imperial Eye are internal security, basically. What I might do here is, okay. You may notice that, like, the AI, as Jackalore has mentioned a couple times, the AI doesn't pay production costs, so they can do this. They can just spam cities and spam units with no, like, care, without a care in the world. They have these aircraft that I could potentially kill with the Imperial Eyes units. All these forts also come with an assault lander. Now, I'm only going to have them for 10 turns, or until somebody else gets elected regent. So, I could potentially lose access to them, but one of the opportunities here is the opportunity to, like, abandon these forts, basically, and, take off with the assault landers. And do, you know, kind of whatever you feel like doing. Which, yeah, I'm gonna take off with that assault lander. Actually, I might. Do I want to take any of these units with me? I mean, I do have spies available. This is the interesting question, right? I have these spies available. Do I want to try to do some CIA-style fuckery with them? Like, maybe they haven't properly defended their palace and I could assassinate their noble. Alright, Microfusion. No worries, man. Thanks for joining us for a little while.
Unit spotted.
So there's their palace. Like, I'm not sure they've appropriately defended that palace. You know what I mean?
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
If I can slip this spy in and attack the palace, I might be able to kill off a noble. Now, are the odds good? I mean, strength 80 attack versus 40 armor could potentially kill off a noble or two. Is it worth doing? I don't know. Might be worth spamming out trackers in the fort and just kind of, you know, just give it a shot. The spies aren't going to be useful defending these forts anyway.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
Don't they get any penalties for attacking you as Imperial agents? Nah. Now, the Assault Landers actually do have a close attack and an air attack, so I think leaving this guy... yeah, so, like, it's either with the Assault Lander on Aragon, either I abandon it immediately and just try to leave with 2 units that he can carry, or I leave him here and he might potentially down an air unit. He has 88 armor, so Assault Landers are pretty tough. Yeah, I'll leave him there. I mean, I'm not going to keep these units forever anyway. The other place I have them is I do have this guy on Delphi as well. Let me actually contact Alexius. Let me ask for an alliance. And I will give you Stigmata if I'm elected. I'll give you votes at the next election. And I'll give you, let's say, like, 5,000 bucks. Okay, yeah, let's make an alliance, Alexius of House Hawkwood. And, you know, just kind of see what we can do.
Message sent.
How am I doing on money? I have $30,000, so I'm actually making quite a sum of cash, which is pretty great. I'm actually going to reduce my taxes somewhat so that I can increase production. Because by reducing my taxes, my loyalty will go up to 79. Well, I can reduce my taxes more than that, can't I? Yeah, okay, so my loyalty will go up to 83%, and so I will be making more production out of all of my facilities. What's the unique gimmick of other houses? They just start with different technologies. House Hawkwood, if I recall correctly, has like they have better loyalty and more. They have better loyalty, but I think they have an enemy in the church, and so they like the church hates them, and so they're more likely to get sanctioned and etc. Also, I also do have the Imperial Eye Fortress here on Byzantium Secundus, which is full of high-end troops and spies. Like, this is a whole bunch of shock legions, which are very, very high-end soldiers. That is a real consideration. Byzantium Secundus is right next door to Aragon. But they've got all their planet-to-space missiles right here. They've got, what, 2 planet-to-space missiles? Well, those are only strength 40. Assault landers are... Okay, they've got Imperial Fleet frigates here, so I can't stay in orbit. I can try to land some shock troops on Aragon. Yeah, they don't have any spacecraft in orbit. I can just try to land a couple of shock legions. Like right here, right outside the palace, and assault the palace with them. Do troops and ships associated with the Imperial offices replenish? Nope, not unless you build them. If you build troops here, I believe they count as being part of the office. But beyond that, no, they don't replenish. They're just done. 35 points of wetware in this Agora. Kind of cool. Also, they have a merchant. Look at this guy. Look at his belt buckle. This man is fancy as hell. Okay, yeah, I'll give that a shot. I'll see if I can land a couple of shock troops on Aragon and screw them up, just in retaliation. Unfortunately, the Imperial fleet here, with their dreadnought and their multiple destroyers and frigates, is very, very likely going to just blow me out of space. And there's not a ton I can do about that. I'm gonna land my carriers here, my transports. Load them up. I'm gonna keep them grounded for now. Similarly, I think the Vlad cruiser, I might just land. Well, let me launch a couple of attacks first. And then I'm gonna land. I don't want to be in space when they, like, attack me. That's unfortunate. Yikes. Okay, we got those warlocks over there we can't really do anything about. We have one over here. Our tracker, unfortunately, was killed, but I think we've basically destroyed the enemy armies that were causing such a problem. Can you fly over to that farm? Will it take you more than 2 turns? It'll take you 2 turns? Okay, so you can get over there. Let's send you over that way, because we're not going to worry about those warlocks for right now. We're not able to do anything about them anyway. But having this electronics plant is kind of nice. I mean, our electronics output has gone up significantly. Very cool. And we'll get another officer, and we'll I'm probably just going to keep building officers in this little fort for a while, just to prevent the mass spy rush from occurring again. And of course, I do also have the Imperial Eye Fort on my own planet, but I don't really have anything that I want them to do, so they can just kind of stay put for now. Alright. Okay. Units moving around. Good, good, good. They're actually pulling away from the Imperial Eye Fort, interestingly. I thought they were going to assault me. Yeah, we've researched combat drugs. Perfect. We cannot yet get Grimson's Legions, because I think we need Ceram Steel. Yeah, we need to research Ceram Steel next. Yep. Let's get Ceram Steel going. The food in the Imperial Eyes, in case you don't have universal warehouses. Yeah, that makes sense. Are there any modern games similar to this one? I wouldn't say there are really any modern games that are directly like this one. This is kind of in a class on its own, in my opinion. Strategic bomber versus dive bomber. Dive bombers has much higher agility. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep... Yeah, okay, so you can see the Tracker Legion I produced is part of the Imperial Eye. I'm just gonna keep producing some infantry to be with the Imperial Eye forts. Hey, yes, alright, so we are allied with House Hawkwood. Yusara still wants to fight me, and is in fact bombarding my troops on Cadiz. Rude. Very rude. Oh, okay. I guess I'm getting a sympathy donation. I'll accept that. If the Imperial Navy is going to keep bombarding me, the least we can do is sympathy donations. Hello, friends. Yes, attack them. Oh no. Oh no. What is that? What is that? What? The rebels have Ranger Legions? The rebels on this planet have Ranger Legions. Oh, God. Okay, alright. Well, this was just doomed to failure always. Alright, okay. This is not good. So, we're allied with Hawkwood. If you get Regent, you're going to get destroyed by Imperial forces, or the other guys can't attack you till the next election. Oh, no, no, no. If you get Regent, the Imperial ministries won't attack you. But, what'll happen is, hold on.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
Okay, the palace has garrisons now, unfortunately. Sag. But yeah, I'm gonna try to build up troops here with the Imperial Eye until I can assault this palace. Because they've got their 4 nobles, but... Trackers. Yeah, it's probably trackers better than infantry to attack them, because trackers have more close accuracy. Yeah, I'm gonna mass up a bunch of tracker legions and try to take out their little gang here. Oh, well, I need air attacks though for the air units that they have in defense. So yeah, I guess I do need both trackers and infantry. Anyway, I'll take a shot at it. Try to take out that palace, And then here in Aragon, we can land... Well, hold on. Let's move my spy around.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
Try to see what we can find. Okay, Fort Palace has a unit of aircraft in it. Got a planet-to-space missile launcher there. Whole bunch of commanders there. Planet-to-space missile launcher there. I think my assault lander could probably get down through 2 planet-to-space missile launchers. Yup. Yup. Okay, here we go. Okay, we killed 2 of their nobles. I'll take that. Not bad. Swapped a couple of high-tech units that aren't technically mine in exchange for 2 of the enemy nobles. I'll absolutely take that. One more attack like that and we probably get them. Do they have planet space weapons? They do have a cup, so they have got a missile launcher over there, a missile launcher over there, and then there's a missile launcher here, and a missile launcher in the shield. But planet-to-space missiles are not very effective against assault landers, because assault landers have high armor, and are kind of designed to do this. So if you can just drop them, and like that missile launcher isn't guarded, like it's literally... What? It doesn't have a close attack. How did it kill my infantry? That's what I expected. There, so now we've killed one of their missile launchers at the cost of 1 infantry unit. We're just gonna keep this up. Yeah, let's switch to trackers real quick. Are there no units in that fort? I think there are no units in that fort. And there's no air-to-space units over there. I think I could probably just take that fort. Like, hang on. I'm being a little cheesy with this, but that's only because they were cheesy first. Like, I think if I take this guy, and I land him right there... Oh, there's another unit there? Okay. Alright, they're gonna shoot me. Yes. Yeah, I just took their fort. At a cost of nothing. I can build units here now. Oh, they have a cruiser in orbit. That's sad. Okay, Welp. Welp. Let's get you over there. You in orbit of Istakhr. We'll just keep on keeping on with these guys. There's their palace. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm tempted. I'll wait till my spy is finished and I have one more tracker legion built, and then I think I'm going to take this whole army and assault the palace. What happens when all nobles die? If all your nobles die, then I think you don't have a noble house anymore. Now, this includes the noble that's on Byzantium Secundus, and it's really hard to kill these guys because of the restriction on combat until an emperor is declared. Which means, you know, you have to use spies, basically, and you can't spam spies the way the AI does. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, got metal over there, so yeah, definitely get those engineers done. We'll build some mines. We'll be doing good. These guys are just gonna stay out of space, I think, for the moment. We'll just kind of hang out, chill out. We're gonna keep suffering under bombardment here, unfortunately, because the Imperial Navy has nothing better to do than bomb innocent people. Does knocking the other nobles out benefit you? Yes. Well, so if you kill... So here's the ultimate plan here, right? Like, with this place. If I storm this palace and kill these nobles, I get these scepters. The scepters are votes. They are physical, literal votes. As long as you own them, you get to place votes. So every noble house has 5 votes for the election for regent. If I kill their nobles and take their palace, A, they don't get taxes anymore, which doesn't matter for the AI because they don't pay production costs, but, you know, would matter for me. And also, I get their votes. And so then, if an election happens, I have 10 votes because I have my 5 plus the 5 I stole. And it's like, I could just take these and try to get them, if I could get them back into this fort, then they would just be mine, you know, and not theirs anymore. Now, the problem with that is, everything that I take with these units here technically belongs to the Imperial Eye rather than House Staccatos. But as long as I'm in control of the Imperial Eye, I can still use them. So I think that would give me 10 votes, and then I could elect myself to be whoever I wanted. But in any case, I really, at this point, need space. I need to be in space. I'm researching ceram steel. That's useful, and it's definitely something that I want, but I need to be in space. So I need to research jump drives, and I need to research Seraphim space fighters or torpedo bombers or something. Like, I need spacecraft. I'm gonna need ceram steel to build spacecraft anyway, so I'm gonna stick with this for now. But after that, I need to switch gears to get spacecraft, because otherwise I'm going to be just bombed into the Stone Age over and over and over. Okay, cool. I have killed their tank. They do have 2 genetic warrior legions. That's a little bit of a problem. But I think just those 2 units with no other supports I can probably take. Don't really want to risk it, though. I would rather just kind of let bygones be bygones. Yeah, that healing rate plus 5% per turn. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna take this Meson cannon away. And other than that, we'll just sit down here. 100% vote rate also was the only voter, yes. The rebels really get anything they want? Yes, they do. That's literally just how it works. The rebels get all kinds of random units. Wait, what? Alright, Lucinda of House Hazat, you moving units around? Yep, you sure are. Moving lots of units around.
House Decados.
Okay, great. I'm House Decados. Thank you. Let's get another gunship. Yes. Engineer. Wonderful. Engineer. Excellent. How about another engineer? Engineer. Great. Yeah, let's go one more engineer. One. It looks like I do have some rebel militia coming after me. Tracker Legion, yep, stick with the Tracker Legions. Noble from House Hazat has been killed. Ha! They failed because I have the... shut up. Okay. Okay, the Eye Fortress has been taken, it looks like. Yep. Yep. So I've been cleaned off the planet there. Thank you for the money. I appreciate you. Yes, so they have cleaned me off the planet. Cool. I did quite a bit of damage, but no real deaths. Unfortunate. I guess I did strike first, so, like, it makes sense that they did that. Oh my god, I killed nothing? Yeah, basically. My food deficit is actually not incoming. My food is fine. Down here, yeah, so those guys just got bodied by my defensive militia because he had 15 armor. And so their attack strength of 10 was not particularly good. The engineer, however, I don't want to get wrapped up in that. Where did those rebels come? Oh, there's a city there that I missed. Wow. I didn't even... Okay, interesting. Let me... Well, first of all... I can't build a farm here because I need to be further away. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to be like down there. So it'll take a minute before I can farm. But I want to take off these guys and then land them over here. Yes. And then we will capture this mine. Perfect. And move into the mine. Excellent. And now we're harvesting a whole bunch more trace minerals. Yes, that's what I wanted. There's also a ruin over there. I'm gonna send an aircraft to probe the ruin. I have been ambushed. I didn't see what got me. Oh, it's a shock legion. Okay. Good. I don't know what else is in that ruin, but they're now awake, I guess. Oh, it's a hard knock life for us. Let's start building tracker legions. Fort. You guys go back to space. You, sir. Let's start building roads in this direction. It's fine. The Raider... yes, I think they did up the rebels' strength after the patch, unfortunately. Let me jump these ships back up. And... I just want them to kind of hover in orbit for right now. Similarly... Oh, my dreadnought got killed. I'm so mad about that. That dreadnought was super, super valuable. But I've got my cruiser, so let's jump him back up to orbit. And do a little bombardment. Nice. They've got a noble with that stack, too. This assault lander I may be able to use at some point. Building atmospheric fighters. Okay, good. Yeah, I definitely believe that the rebel strength was increased after the patch was put in. Do I want an officer down here? I don't, because I don't want to use up all my electronics. But I could use a tracker legion. How's the income? Still over 1,000 in the positive. So that's great. My loyalty keeps going up. And we love to see it. So this little army... I would actually love to build an engineer down here. How much metal do I have? 37. Let me buy some metal real quick. Wait, no, trade. Oh, I can't buy any metal. They don't have any metal. Okay. Well, never mind me. Can I buy metal on Byzantium Secundus? Do you have metal, sir? You do. I will purchase your metal. Nope, wrong planet. Why don't you build an engineer? Perfect. So we can start kind of settling this southern continent, which so far has been grossly underutilized. And let's send you down there to kind of see what's over in that direction. This transport can chill out. You can drop off your Meson cannon in the fort. Perfect. And you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you can go right down there and build another mine. Yeah, so I think right outside this line, you'll be able to build a mine right there. Get a little bit more metal going. You can be a sentry unit. You just sit there and kind of keep an eye on things. And we keep building officers on Byzantium Secundus. Okay, cool.
House Decados.
What is the big fleet doing? They're just chilling out. That's kind of what they're supposed to do there. Yep, keep building up more trackers. A dive bomber. There, let's get some tanks going. I'm feeling pretty tank inclined right at the moment. Build an artillery. Let's see if we can get an engineer out and maybe build another, or, well. I think building units is likely to get us kind of bombarded a little bit. Track. Okay, cool. Yep. Right. The farm has been defended. What was that? Okay, the rebels are making it clear that they take no shit from us. Yeah, that's what's happening. Oof. I can't get a transport over here, unfortunately, so I'm gonna lose that relic. That's a shame. But let's bombard these boys some more. Not really having much effect. Over here, I think we can take that artillery out, so that's great. You, sir. Let's get some roads going through the desert. One, two, three, four. Now, could you build... If I built a mine here, it would be 7 metal and 16 trace. But if I go one more step, 20 metal and 11 trace. Is that worthwhile? I'm spending 10 food, because you always have to produce. You always have to spend 10 food per city. Yeah, I think that's probably worthwhile. Let's build a mine down there. This tracker out to explore. Ooh, a monastery. I don't even really know what a monastery is. Okay, that's cool. Let's go take a look at it. Can I run away with the relic? Yeah, I probably could. Like, I could probably, I could probably take it and leave. But I might as well just let them take it. Like, if they just take it, then they'll come back at some point, and we'll come back and take it back, and it'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, stop teleporting away. Yeah, let me build a farm right there. 87 food. Boom. Love it. Doesn't the monastery let you determine planetary religion? No, the church does that. So I can change the sect of the planet with the church. I don't know what exactly the monastery does. Let's get this fighter plane to just kind of fly out here and take a little look-see around. Oh, there's a ruin. Oh, this ruin is occupied by symbiotes. Good. That's a symbiote spitter. I hate that. That's genuinely disgusting. Just really unfortunate. We are going to start producing some anti-aircraft guns everywhere. Am I using the mod that limits engineer recruitment? I'm using 0 mods of any kind. This is all vanilla, baby. 100%. I really need a fort up here. That's what I need. Engineer in 3 turns? Oof, that's going to be a little while then. Let me get another engineer. Yeah, I need a couple of forts up here so I can produce some infantry real quick. My only fort on this planet is right down here, actually. Is producing trackers currently. Okay, I do have transports available, so I can fly over here and get some more troops. And in fact, I think I need to do that. Let me fly over to Severus. In fact, let me take the whole fleet. You in orbit of Byzantium. I want you to land right down there. And I want you to take a couple shock legions on board. And then take off again. There we've got the League. So you with your shock legions. You should go to Criticorum. In Istakhr... What do you think, guys? Should I launch a full-scale assault on the palace? I kind of feel like I could do that. I mean, the Imperial Eye Fortress gives me, like, a little bit of vision. But beyond that, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like full-scale assault on the palace is the play here.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
Like, what do they got? Okay, so they got an anti-aircraft, 2 artillery, 1 strategic bomber, 2 infantry, and their 4 nobles. I've got 3 trackers, 3 infantry, an anti-aircraft, 2 artillery, a spy, and an anti-tank gun. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. No guts, no glory. We're going in hard. The noble bonus gave them the victory there. The noble accuracy and agility bonus, so they dodged more and they hit more. Alas. We did some damage, but we got pretty well owned. But if they leave us alone, we'll build up. You wouldn't do it if you were me? Pfft. We do these things round here. Sometimes you just have to try. Sometimes you just have to try, Fish Zealot. I just don't know how else to say it to you. Sometimes things have to be done. Oh, I'm right next to a farm. Of course I can't build a mine down here. The limit is not related to which production facility you build. It's just there is a production facility. I can build cyclotrons now. So I can construct singularities. It will consume monopoles to do so, and gems. Let me instead build a... I still need more electronics production. My electronics industry is not large. Right now I've got 3 electronics factories producing... What is that? 16. They'll be producing 24 electronics per turn after a while. part of the problems with the nonsense economy in this game is that trying to actually conquer an AI planet will inevitably tank yours. It can be, yeah. So one of the big issues with this game is the AI. It is an AI from 1996. And so what that means is it's not good at stuff. In particular, the AI is not really capable of launching space-borne invasions. Not in any kind of effective way. So you as the player, like, you're not really in danger, if that makes sense. And this is, I would say, the single biggest limitation of this game. You're not in danger. And because you're not in danger, in order to create stakes, what the game does is instead it gives the enemy massive resources. So they don't pay production costs. They can just build anything. And the effect of this is the AI builds 1 million engineers at all times, and just spams structures everywhere. So they have a ton of cities, which means infinite money, which they don't use to spend for units. And so they can produce units continuously at any time, anywhere. And that means that invading a planet, I mean, just look at my planet. This is my planet after many turns of development. Now, suboptimal development, because I'm not great at this game. But I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've got 20-some structures on this planet. Not 30 yet. Compare this to Aragon, right, where they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You see what I'm saying? You get my point. They've got 50 buildings on this planet because they've never had to stop building. And in those buildings, they have just a ton of units that are just sitting around because they don't quite know how to move them off-world, but they can build them forever without any kind of limiter. So they have, they have tank killers everywhere and artillery and aircraft and just kind of whatever they want. They've got 4 factories lined up right there. Got some ports, whole bunch of electronics facilities. They just kind of make the decisions on what to build based on vibes because they don't have a limiter. So, yeah, it definitely is an unbalanced and odd economy. And I would say one of the effects of this is that late game Emperor of the Fading Suns ends up being a lot less fun than early game was. Because in early game, you're playing against the AI, as it were. And you're doing all this kind of fun stuff, and you're going back and forth, and you're fighting against the rebels who have greater technology, and you're trying to close the gap and build up units and research technology and yada yada yada. And then late game, it's like, okay, so I have all the technology that I actually need, and I'm just gonna I'm just gonna try to invade planets that have infinite defending troops, and I just have to be so efficient that I can't lose. Well, the symbiotes have conquered 2 cities, looks like. Ranged space phase? Oh no. Okay, we can trade map info. Okay, alright. So the symbiotes have a blow ship that I guess was also in that little place. That ruin. So that's great. They have a ranged space attack, so they can do space bombardment and stuff. It doesn't have a whole lot of armor, but it has an incredibly powerful ranged attack. So I think my move here is, it has what, spot 7? Yeah, my move here is that I jump the stealth ship in and try to kill it with that. What happens if the symbiotes make it to your border? I mean, nothing in particular. They're just another faction. I really don't want to try to fight that thing with a cruiser, because it will kill the cruiser, but with the stealth ship, I can probably kill it. Just because with the stealth ship, it probably can't see me. And let's land. And let's pick up some troops. So we're going to pick up tanks. We're going to pick up Barackers. And you are going to bombard. You're not really doing anything. I don't want to land with you. Let's check out this monastery. Oh, sweet! The ancient knowledge of Seraphim space fighters. And nanotech. Oh, nice! That just gave me straight up some free technology. I love that. I can build space fighters now. Fantastic. They have direct space attacks and close space attacks. They can't jump, so they have to be loaded into a transport. But this is, okay, this is actually one of the best ways you can do space combat in this game, because you start with freighters, right? You can load, if I recall correctly, you can load fighters into freighters. And the freighters can then hop into another territory, another orbit of another planet, and you can unload your space fighters and just swarm the enemy with them. Now, they're not very good. They don't do a ton of damage. I mean, they have strength 30. And, you know, most spacecraft have higher armor than that. But if you have enough, like, they don't cost singularities. They only cost electronics, so you can build a bunch of them. And when you have a bunch of them, it's okay if some of them die. Oh, there's some energy. I like that. Nice. These ruins. Is there anything still in the ruins? What's your spot? 6? Fucking sweet, bro. Okay, so those units moved out. I have Hombor's Worn Cloak, which gives a stack camo bonus, and 3 bulk haulers. God, I love that. Uh-oh. I've been ambushed. Okay. There's something over there with a real... The power-armored Space Marines are moving towards my territory. That's really unfortunate. But I now have 3 bulk haulers, so... let's take those guys into space and jump to another solar system to avoid being killed by the Tyranids. Real fast. And yeah, this is why Rebels get anything, because you can also get anything by jumping to ruins. One, 2, 3, 4. Can I build a mine? 34 metal and 13 trace. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would pretty much block off the whole mountain range, though, so I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to get in closer so I can get something better out of that mine. And he says he doesn't mod the game. I don't! I haven't modded the game. That is a lie. That is a lie, sir. And you know it. How am I doing on Metal Harvest? Only 155 points. I definitely need more mines. Is that guy still there? Is my question. Yes, he is. Okay, so the Symbiote Spitter is still over here. Still has an incredibly high air attack, so I don't want to fight it with my dive bomber. I'll just leave, thanks. Yeah, we'll just kind of hang out. That's fine. We can do that. Can I? You can just hang out as well for right now. Well, actually, no. I kind of want to use you. I want you to grab... Oh, cannot merge loaned unit stacks. That's right. Because he's not technically mine. He's the Imperial Eye, so he can only pick up and move around Imperial Eye units. I don't need these guys to be sitting around, though. Because, like, I'm not going to fight the Imperial Eye. I am the Imperial Eye. Any more ruins over here? We'll find out. These guys are just not taking damage, which is really kind of a shame. Can I try to bombard them, maybe? Okay, well, we did some damage there. Alright, let's end the turn.
House de Cados.
Yes, thank you. Yay, Ceram Steel. Perfect. So I've gotten Ceram Steel. I could research heavy tanks. I could research Grimson's Legion. Okay, so Chem Shock Legions can be built in forts. Chem Shock Legions are like, they're not super expensive to build. They do require biochems, which are a little bit rare, but not, they're kind of a mid-tier unit. They have decent attack stats. They're not super, super durable. But they're, like, relatively cheap and fast for what they give you, so it can be useful to have them. Special forces are probably overall better, but more expensive. Let me research... Well, that would allow Blade Master. That's kind of cool. I get Zil War Beasts. Psychosonic Manipulation would let me research Assassins, which are very, very good. But let's stick to our guns for right now. Let's go for jump drives, because we really do need spacecraft. Okay, let's keep up with the... let me get another engineer, because I need some basic production facilities. Anti-aircraft. Let's get another anti-aircraft just for fun. AT gun. AT gun. Why can't I build medium tanks? Oh, I'm out of metal. Okay. Go for an atmosphere fighter. Yusara, go away. Ah, the Patriarch has deemed Ranger Legions odious to humanity. Interesting. Stop bombarding my aircraft. Rude. Oh. He spotted me. I exploded. Okay, well, stealth ship gone, I guess. Fuck you, bro. Oh, that's so irritating. Oh, that makes me so mad. That guy's just being a huge pain in the ass. Of all things, Ranger Legions are odious? Yes, of course Ranger Legions are odious. I don't have them. Oh, Alien Ruin. Alien Ruins, you say? So, the ruins that are full of symbiotes are not alien ruins, but these are alien ruins. Got it. Okay, now let me get a mine going. I like how they picked the word odious. Yes. It's great, isn't it? It's just great. Symbiote spitters have really high close damage, so realistically what you want to fight them with is tanks. But I'm not allowed to build any more tanks. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I don't think... Well, a frigate and a cruiser probably can take the spitter. Doesn't have much armor. Ugh. I just don't want to take the losses. I just gotta build my fighters. I gotta build fighters. When I get this engineer, I'm gonna build a second starport and pump out even more fighters. So, we'll get there. Let's keep exploring the planet. So really what trackers are good for is exploring the planet. Yeah, the medium tank only has a really shitty air attack, though. But I do have a mobile anti-air as well. My only problem is I'm confident that one spitter is not the extent of what defends that, ruin. It can't possibly be. There's got to be more than one spitter in there. We've got a decent number of units built back up. I might be able to, if I use the Imperial Eye troops, I might be able to get back into Cadiz. But I just don't think I can get enough of them accumulated over here to kill these warlocks. At least not in any kind of reasonable time frame. So you guys just chill in orbit for the moment. You guys also just chill in orbit for the moment. Alright.
House Decados.
Try to buy tech. Yeah, that might be the thing to do here. Keep building. Let's get some anti... let's get a couple more tracker legions. Let's continue building tanks. Not build anything down here. Well, let's get a militia legion for garrison duty. Keep building trackers for scouting and etc. Done. Continue to build space fighters. Get me a militia. No construction. Yusara, stop talking to me. What did you just kill? Oh, you're bombarding my... Fuck you. House Al-Malik is too powerful. I agree. I agree House Al-Malik is too powerful. Thank you, House Lihalan. Oh, give you combat drugs for jump drives? Yeah, okay. I'll do that. I'll swap. Let's go get... instead of jump drives then, since we have received that, let's now research... frigates. So we can start building them. I could use the planet to space cannons? Potentially. Alexius, hey, how about Techno... No? Okay, never mind. Celestra, how about Techno... No, okay, never mind. You want an alliance? I'll appreciate it. I'll give you 5,000 bucks.
Message sent.
Cool. Love you. You're the best. Starport. Let's start building some space fighters, please. I am going to need even more electronics. Now, you Bulklander, land at this factory. Load up with tanks. And take off into orbit. Now, over here... You, sir, build a starport. There it is. Yes, I'm sure I want to produce a starport. And I want this starport to produce space fighters. And once we've built up enough space fighters, we will jump up and attack the blowship. Do like how I appreciate it as an actual diplomatic tool. I do too. Oh, there's some more metal over here. Do I want to poke the alien ruins? Not really. I don't... Holy God, I've found the motherlode of trace elements. more trace minerals right here. Engineer. What do I want you to build? How am I doing on food? I'm well positive on food. How am I doing on metal? I need more metal. Or... Well, I can go over this way. Yeah, there's a lot of trace elements here in this desert planet. If there are that many, are there even trace elements at this point? I mean, I don't... Look. It's what they're called. You know? Okay, space fighters, you stay down here. Because we don't want the blowfish, I mean the blowship, blowing you yet. Now, I don't know why it keeps defaulting back to Byzantium Secundus sometimes. No, hold on. Hold on. Oh my god, they've moved a dreadnought from the Imperial fleet. Fuck you. Oh, you suck so much. I hate you and want you to die. Alright, so they've got a dreadnought here. It's got 94 armor, 490 and 480 attack. I have a cruiser and a frigate. The two of them together might be able to take it, but again, I don't really want to risk that if I can avoid it. Suck. Suck, you suck, you suck. Land on the shield. So we don't get bombarded. We've got some planet to space missiles there. Alright, we're going to cancel the tank. We're going to start building... I'm one metal short for another planet to space missile. Hey, do you have any metal? No, fuck you. Hey, do you have any metal? Yes, good. Gonna get some planet to space missiles built. When do they lose the Navy? They lose the Navy if they lose the next Regency election. Somebody else can be elected regent, and then that person can, can do something different, but it's gonna be a little while. These ships, I guess, should also land, probably. We'll land them at the palace. So that's fine. Oh, we got an engineer building so we can have more starports. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. And we've got planet to space missiles in this fort as well. So that's solid. Oh, there's another ruins down here. What's in it? Just kidding, I'm not going to check right now. I am going to send this guy down here to build a mine. You should probably come up here where you can try to be under the Aegis, as it were.
House Decados.
Please don't tell me that thing just jumped into orbit of my home planet. Please don't tell me that. Yeah, let me have another engineer down here. Don't need anything else built. Don't need anything else built. Don't need anything else built. Atmosphere fighter. Yeah, keep building an atmosphere fighter. Oh, Vow Psychology is odious to humanity. Okay, great. An alliance. Love that. Yes, I'm being bombarded because he hates me. Great. Okay. Trading map information. That's fine. Yes, now I'm just being bombarded on my home planet. That's lovely. I really am just having a wonderful Christmas time. Oh, hey, another monastery. And gems. What will the monastery give me? Ancient knowledge of hover tech. Fantastic. I love that for me. Build another engineer, please. Let me get a bunch of my trackers pulled together, and we're gonna see what we can do. Maybe we can clear that alien ruin. I don't know. Yeah, let's just pull a whole bunch of trackers together to see what we can do about it. The election for regent will be next turn, so in a perfect situation, it's possible that they would lose it in the next turn. Okay, that's a House Al-Malik cruiser in orbit of Criticorum, which I have map information on from House Hawkwood. Okay. Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, I don't know where the alien went, but I'm glad it's gone. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. I'm gonna launch my fighters into space. I'll have 2 more fighters in a turn or so. And if I could... You know what? You know what I can kind of do here? I can take one of my bulk transports here. First of all, you, sir, Mr. Relic, and this relic will just go sit in the palace for fun. But this bulk lander and launch can go over here to Cadavus, and then I think, let me double check this. Yes, I can put fighters into the bulk hauler. Great. This is the punishment for saying the AI is bad at space strategy. That must be it. That's what this is. The game's like, oh, you think I'm bad at space strategy? Bitch. I'll show you who's bad at space strategy. Let me have a... so that I can have some infantry. And let's put the anti-tank gun in the fort. That makes sense. And let's put the atmosphere fighter in the fort. Great. All right, in a couple of turns. So I'm going to have 3 fighters here. I'm going to have a fighter from this starport in next turn as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to jump this dreadnought, which is actually, again, an Imperial Fleet dreadnought that I have no particular beef against. But unless House Hazat loses the fleet, we're going to try to jump it and kill it.
House Decados.
Okay, finish producing a space fighter. Yep, keep producing space fighters. Keep producing Racker. Well, let's start producing regular infantry now. Yep, regular infantry. Keep producing space fighters. Keep producing space fighters. Pretty much all my electronics right now are just going to space fighters. Science collection is increased. Symbiote psychology is odious to humanity. House Al-Malik is too powerful. Stop exploding my garrison units. Stop it. I cast all my votes for Alexius because I promised to do that. Okay. We're gonna land at that starport. You, sir, and go to space. I actually didn't need to land, technically. You can go to space. Load that other fighter into you. Okay. So this is still... Jump over here. Unload our space fighters. You go to space. You go to space. And then all you guys attack this dreadnought. Attack the dreadnought again. Okay, dreadnought destroyed. I was hoping that I could capture it because it surrendered, but it did not allow me to capture it, so that's fine. Yes, I already offered my votes to an ally. Alright, great. So I have successfully liberated my homeworld from the oppressive reign of terror of that dreadnought. Which means I can now start launching my troops into space. You guys go up there. In this fort, I have these units go over to the shield, load up into this bulk hauler, and too many units in destination area. Ah, that's right. There is a cap on how many units any given side can have in one of these squares. Each side only gets one square. That's why there's 9. That's how many people can be moving around. So if you have too many units in a place, then you just can't move any more units there, which is kind of hilarious, but also very annoying. You have selected spaceships that have no more movement points left. Not you. All right, let's go to Cadavus. We're going to abandon Cadiz for now. We're just going to focus on successfully suppressing resistance on Cadavus. So let's get all our boys over there. Great. So all these guys will be able to ferry down with the assault landers to attack some of these ruins. We're going to get these trackers pulled together so that we can suppress the alien ruins. Cannot move a group that is sentryed. Oh, I accidentally sentryed these guys. Okay. So we're going to go take out those ruins that have the symbiotes in it, and then we're going to take out these alien ruins, and then we will be just really, really doing good. So trace minerals, we definitely want to fort. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. I think if I build something, well, let me just keep on with the road. There's a lot of trace elements around here. It's like more common than metal by a long shot. There is metal there, so we definitely need to build a mine in that direction.
Unit spotted.
Okay, what do we got? So we got a symbiote spitter. We've got a symbiote shuffler, a tank. Oh, God. And we've got an archer, which is an artillery unit. All of these things have such incredibly powerful attacks. Like, genuinely horrifying attack power. And their accuracy is just so incredibly high. I am, frankly, alarmed. Oh, baby, 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 baby. What am I supposed to do about this? Well, I guess I land a huge-ass army and see what I can do. Is the solution. Infantry, very bad. Infantry, very, very poor decision when it comes to fighting that. Because as you may notice, they all have massively powerful close attacks, even the artillery. Like, even the artillery has an 1177 close attack. So, realistically, it's tanks that you want to attack them with. So, yeah, I guess tank killers. Or space bombardment. Yeah, that also works. We can get our cruiser over there and try to bombard them, but their armor is so high that probably won't, like, kill them. It will only hurt them. These guys, I think, won't be attacked by the Imperial fleet because they are the Imperial Eye. So let me try that. I'm just out of curiosity. I mean, I don't care if I lose those units that much, so let me just see what's going on. What's in these ruins? Okay, there's at least an officer and a strategic bomber. So that's good to know. And let me get a mine. 56 metal and 5 gems, baby. Yes. Yes, thank you. Let me get an anti-aircraft gun going on there. Then over here, let me get these two to attack. Perfect. And attack again. Ooh. Wow, well, they killed... You guys killed one. Why are there two... Frustrating. Ammo is 9. What's their spot? 5. I just want to see if we can see who's in there. How many units they have left. I'm going to send one tracker down to this mine just to garrison it real quick. And then we'll kind of... Yeah, we're building an engineer there. Nothing there. Yeah, we need to get another starport going. And we have plenty of infantry units up here that we might transport over real. But for right now, all these guys can just build more ships to bombard the legions. Well, I would, but I don't have the resources to build more. Oh well, yeah, I could build at a factory by the water. So at this factory, I could build ships. Like, yeah, I could build a battleship if I had the money. So that's an option. It's not something that I have been really focusing on, but yeah, it's an option. I love how submarines have a water attack with accuracy 1 but strength 95. So they just sneak up on other ships and blow them to hell. Yeah. Just chill out for the moment. They might attack him, but if so, that's okay. Aha. You, sir. Let me get a... Well, we were just talking about how we need tanks, so I think this is a great time for another factory. And that factory will build... direct attack, close attack, tank killer. All right, I think I'm about to wrap the stream up in a few minutes here. I'm gonna go one more turn, and then we're gonna call it good.
House Decados.
Okay, finished building a spy. That's good. Let me get another officer. Planet to space missile launcher. On Severus. Yes, actually, let's do that again. I want a couple more of those. Engineer. Let's go ahead and build an officer. No, let's go ahead and build an infantry. Keep on with the infantry legions. Racker Legion. House Al-Malik is too powerful. Oh, the symbiotes have captured a city on Oh no. Oh dear. Either a ruin was woken up or the symbiotes have actually broken out past the Stigmata garrison. Okay, I kind of expected that. Oh, no one had a majority, so the regent remains the same. Okay, I was wrong. They will in fact attack the Imperial Eye transports, so that's fine. Thanks for the money, I appreciate that. So, what we're gonna do here is, you land there, take off. Now, I want tank, and I want tank. Dragonfly. That transport's full, so we need you to go onto that. I want Dragonfly, and I want tank. Okay? You all are going to land again right there. Unload all the units. You take off. And we're going to load the other Dragonfly and a tracker. And you're going to land right there and unload the units again. Okay, and now get that tracker down here. And let's see if we can take the symbiotes out. I don't know if this army will do it, because those attacks are frightening. But we might be able to do it with this force, because we've got a couple of gunships, we've got a whole bunch of tanks, we've got some trackers, which won't be super useful here, but, you know, we live in hope. We've got a fighter that we can send over to join. So let's just give it a shot, see what happens. Oh, yeah, they had a bunch more hidden units. Okay, maybe not. Oh, we got one. Okay, Hey, we did it! The Sabaton of St. Mantius. Okay. So, we forced them back, so we should be able to capture them now, right? Yes! Oh, holy shit. Okay. Wow. That's actually really, really cool. Whew! We've captured some high-grade symbiote units, boys and girls. We got the Zerg on our side, except in this case it's crazy Zerg psychers. And wow. Fantastic. All right. That is a good note to end a stream on. I tell you what. I love that. And we got the Sabatons of St. Mantius, which gives a stack agility bonus. So everyone who's stacked with this little thing, this relic, gets to dodge attacks easier. Fantastic. I win the game. The Wheel Scorpion, I win the game. Yes, exactly. Yeah, its move type is Wheel, so it's vulnerable to a lot of different attacks. But I mean, shit, look at that. Like, the close attack and the indirect attack are both absolutely banging. And the symbiote tank as well. These are crazy good attacks. I don't even know why these attacks are so high, I'll be honest. I don't get it. It's buffed by something. But in any case, let's see. Hold on. Let me see what other fun stuff we might have going on this turn. I don't think a whole lot more fun. We're going to gather up all our trackers here to probe these alien ruins. Let me go ahead and get some roads built. I just want to check the alien ruins one time. A concerned warlock gives you 3 technologies to even your odds and disappears into the wilderness. Of course, you may have a favor to ask you in the future. Freighters, space carriers, and monofilaments. Oh, hell yes, bro. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. I can build... Hell yes, brother. I can build freighters now, and carriers. Now, I need ceram steel and singularities in order to do it, but still, that's amazing. I love that for me. I love that for me. That's so wonderful. If I build a mine, what'll it give me? 33 metal and 8 trace. I could actually start building cyclotrons. I mean, I have some gem production now. It's not much, but it's honest work. Gems plus 5% from high loyalty. Fantastic. Okay. That all went a lot better than expected. I'll be honest. If I build a mine here, 1, 2, 3, 4, then I can build another mine right over here. That might be... Yeah, let's go ahead and build a mine. And a militia to sit in it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are also having fun. I know this is not perhaps the most high-octane kind of gameplay, but hey, if you enjoy it and I enjoy it, that's really all that matters. So, I will continue to play this game. I'm not giving up on it. I may run a few turns before the next stream just of kind of building up. I don't have... Like, before we can really advance on Cadiz, we desperately need these guys to go. They can't bombard the surface anymore, which is nice. So our next step might be just to start actually building structures over here. Like, I'm gonna build an engineer so I can start producing units over here. But, even so, our enemies are many, our enemies are strong. And they will do anything they can to destroy us. But I will see you all next time. And it might be this turn, it might be, like I said, a few turns in the future. We'll just kind of see. But I will definitely bring the stream back before anything super exciting happens. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the future. Bye-bye now.